Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today we are playing Banished. Specifically, we're aiming for the Uneducated achievement, which is reach a population of 300 citizens without building schools. This achievement is notoriously difficult, so we're just gonna give it a shot. We're also, while we're at it, gonna try for the Livestock achievement, which is build a town that contains 60 cattle, 75 sheep, and 180 chickens. I'm really surprised I don't already have that one, so we're just gonna get it along the way. Alright, so we'll go new. We'll name this, we'll not name it, we'll name this Coyville. And here we go. Okay, here we go. So let's get our menus open here. Alright, so we'll stick the event log down here, we'll stick the map over here. Yep. So we want our professions right here and our town overview right here. Alright, and then we want to see what's going on with this map. So what I'm seeing is that we are pretty far from this main river here, and we need to build our trader's hut thing. Trader, like right on a river. This is a creek, not a river, so that'll be an interesting issue that we'll have to deal with. And we don't have a lot of open, well actually I guess this is a lot of open space up here that we can start putting that we can put pastures and stuff in. But let's start with food node. Alright, here we go. Hunting cabin. The gatherer's hut. And we're gonna put wooden houses down here. Wooden houses take more to heat, so ideally you definitely want stone houses, but we're gonna have to put wood houses to begin with here. So we will also put a forester down here. We will pause that though, because honestly, like I don't need you to be planting trees right this second. That's not what I need. I need food right now. We'll put a house across from our forester because he needs a place to live. Pause. And then we'll build a road between the goods and them. Alright, so then what we're going to do is we're going to assign 5 builders, and then move resources, anything up here, honestly. That will keep them busy for a while. Alright, so we'll hit play. And we'll have them start going. So while they're building our first food node, which is super, super important, otherwise we're all gonna starve, I will also do a little bit of setting up buildings up here. So we're gonna need a wood ugh, I have no idea what's going on. We're gonna need the woodcutter, and we're gonna need that pretty quickly. We're also gonna need a second storage spot because honestly we're gonna run out of storage pretty quickly as well. So do 10 by 10 here. Alright, so they can now store it in either one of these. We do need a blacksmith. If we don't get a blacksmith going pretty soon, we're going to have a tools problem. So the blacksmith can go here. We'll pause that because I don't need him right this second. Oh, hey, look at that. They're already built those. That was wicked fast. So let's get our hunters assigned and our gatherers assigned. So we don't have a lot of population, as you can see. That's why we're not going to have a fully populated hunter-gatherer situation, but that's okay. We'll let them get these 2 houses built And then we'll unpause the woodcutter and the blacksmith. How are we doing on stone? I'm gonna start again with wooden houses. It makes me cringe really bad, but you know, just you gotta do what you gotta do. Pausing these. Okay, look at that. The woodcutter unpaused so that we can get firewood for the coming winter. Alright, we're gonna need a tailor, so let's place that building here. That's an herbalist. Tailor. Pause the tailor because we don't need them right this second. So then I'm gonna need a house for the tailor. So I will place a stone house because I think by the time we get that tailor building, we'll be on to stone houses. Pausing the tailor because I don't need the tailor again. Alright, so now they must have finished building that house down there, so I will unpause the blacksmith and we will assign a woodcutter. Then we're gonna need to assign a blacksmith in a second here when they're done building that. Alright, what else do we need? We have some homeless people, so I'll unpause this house. Alright, 200 fuel for now. We're actually gonna, let's pop that up to 300. It'll make me feel better. Build. Let's see. What else do we need? Well, we're gonna need a well down here in the event of fire. We're gonna pause that because we don't need it right this second. I just need to make sure that we don't build below this line because I don't want to impact their productivity from those two, from that food node. Blacksmith is sort of coming along here. Alright, what else are we going to need? A bunkhouse, which honestly, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and place an herbalist in this node as well. Doop. Herbalist. Yeah, we'll place you here. Pausing because I don't need you right this second. Blacksmith, build faster. Oh my gosh, what is taking you so long? You need more iron. Okay, well, duly noted. You can remove all of the iron you want from here. All of it. And you can remove all of the stone you want from here too. Alright, the blacksmith is almost done. That's great. We will get a blacksmith assigned here. Preemptively assigning a blacksmith because I'm like, yes, we will get that. It will be great. We definitely need to focus on getting some more houses because we don't have a lot of children. So that's a problem. As soon as that blacksmith is done, I will unpause one of these other houses and we will get that going too. So we'll unpause this house. And then I want to click on the blacksmith and actually update this to 500. Just make tools to your heart content, please. Part of that is because you will run out of tools. Making tools with an uneducated population is really, really difficult, and we can't currently trade for them yet because I don't have a trader yet. But my population is also currently educated, so they are very valuable right now. Make as many tools as possible, and all will be well. Right, so we're working on these wooden houses. Alrighty, what else are we going to need? The herbalist is paused. We're going to need a trader. So we'll go ahead and place that somewhere for now. think we might have to place it there. That's like super unfortunate. I feel like it might just be better to place it on this side here, yeah. Pause that for obvious reasons. We're gonna need to build a bridge. We'll pause this bridge, and then we're gonna need to build another bridge. There. And we'll also pause this bridge. This is going to be a struggle for another day. But we'll place houses by it because that's what we're gonna need. Pause that. Alright, let's go back over here, see how our houses are coming along. Our houses are not coming along very quickly. They both, there we go. That looks like that may have gotten them moving. They're just dinking around, they've got nothing to do apparently. Looks like we're doing real well on food. That makes me really happy. I was concerned that we just wouldn't have enough food. Both of these are houses are gonna go up, and that will get us some new babies, and that's good. There we go. Those houses went up practically simultaneously. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and be like, alright, now build the tailor. And I will also say build the forester at the same time. Build both of those. I'm not really in a rush for either of those, but they definitely are things that we're going to need. We do also have 4 homeless people, so we'll unpause this wooden house too. They will definitely get building. They'll definitely get building really quick here, and we're gonna focus on the wooden house and the forester lodge for now, just because that will also take care of part of our homeless problem. Now, as I said, we don't want to build below this, so what I want to do is I want to go ahead and select our market. That's a trading place. Market. So I want the market to kind of be in the central of places that like I need to deliver things, but also like not in the way. So I'm going to place the market here. I'm going to pause because I don't want to build it right this second. And that is still outside of range, but what I'm going to go ahead and say is don't build anything south of this market. So I will know. Nothing south of the market. That way we will not interfere with our food node. Alright, the forester's hut is going up. The forester's camp, whatever it's called, whatever. Forester's going up, house is going up. I will assign 1 forester to that thing. I will make sure that I reduce. I only assign 2 workers to each forester lodge because at 4 they don't really produce a lot more than they produce at 2. So it's fine at 4. Another thing that I want to do is possibly, let's see, food-wise. It's not quite enough. One of the good things to get going is a farming plot, but it does just it takes a lot of people to do a farming plot, and so that's why I'm like, I don't know, it requires so many people and I just don't have a lot of people right now. Alright, the tailor is going to be built any second now. So we'll unpause the house that goes with the tailor. The herbalist, I think we're going to need another house in here for the herbalist, so we'll also throw down a house that is attached to that herbalist. When I decide to build that herbalist, I will need to make sure to unpause that house. I need to assign a tailor now. Tailor. Bam! Tailor. Alright. So I will also unpause this bridge since we're now working on this house. And I just want to make sure that we get this trader going pretty soon. Doesn't have to be right this second, but it is going to need to be soon. I'm a little bit concerned about the food. We're at like 21 people. 2, 4, 6, 7. 7, that's 1,400. That is not enough food. So this node is not producing enough food. I wonder if I can just change this to plant only and not cut and be okay. It's fine for now. Alright. Then what I am going to do then is I am going to get a farm plot going because I'm concerned that we just don't have enough food. So we'll get a crop field and make it 20 by 20 or 15 by 15, whatever it is that's like the max they allow. This might be 18 by 18. 15 by 15. We'll do it right next to the blacksmith so that I feel like I'm not wasting space. 15 by, I can't do the work. 15, there we go. And I will increase the priority on that so that they can definitely get this building built. Unfortunately, it's definitely not going to be done in time for me to plant anything in it this season. At least I don't think it is going to be done in time for me to plant anything in it this season. But you're maxed out on firewood, that's good. I'm glad. We did get this bridge built, which is amazing. Are you guys gonna like clear this and then I'll be like, yeah, hold on. Alright, let's see, what do we have? We have wheat and we have corn. So we're gonna put corn here, and of course this farm is gonna take 4 people, so. Oh, I don't have all of my I didn't even realize that I didn't have enough gatherers assigned. That would be why the gatherer's hut is not producing. Well, now I know. Alright, we'll assign one, we'll assign one builder, and then I'm gonna build another house here. I want to get that number of children up to 10. Do I have enough stone to do it? Yes, I do. I wasn't sure if I had enough stone to do a stone house versus a wood house, but I do. So I feel better. How are we doing on tools? 177. Good. Everything is working out well for me. I wish I already had my trader up, but I don't. It's fine. I really like to get that herbalist going as well, but I need to focus on the food problem, and that it is what it is. Alright, we're gonna build a what do you call them? Storage barns? Another storage barn. Trying to decide where I want to stick it. Like, where's a good place to stick it? Directly behind the one that you already have. Okay. Sure. Pausing that because I don't need it built right this second. We're doing okay on space. For now. Our one builder is going to very slowly build this house. And I'm like, more babies. Everybody make more babies. Okay, what do we need? We need a town hall. We don't need to build it right this second, but we do need to place it so that I know that I need it. Build. Town hall. Town halls are very expensive. They cost like a bazillion resources to build, but that's fine. Yeah. Build the town hall there. Pause the town hall. We're gonna need a boarding house to go with our town hall. So I will place that right here. Yay! It's going so well. Gosh, why is it taking so long to build this one house? You just need to bring over 40 stone. Oh look, we can give you some help. Yay! You're not alone! How are we doing on tools? So good! So many tools! And we also, you know, nobody's naked yet, so that's also amazing. Alright, 580 corn. That did pretty well. Not as well as I'd have liked it, but 580 corn. Good places. Great places. We're definitely still kind of having a food production issue. We just hit late autumn, and that's not enough food to get us through the winter. When this house is done building, I guess I could just, you know, I'll just assign you to be a gatherer. Now we have 3 whole gatherers and 0 laborers. No labor. I definitely, like, am gonna turn off this forester because I'm like, I don't feel like I need you right now. I feel like I need food. So now we have fully assigned gatherers, fully assigned hunters, and we have a farm going. Hopefully that'll be enough food. If it's not, everybody's gonna starve. This house is taking forever to build. Forever. Our storage is getting kind of full. Crop field, go away. Oh look, it needs 10 iron. We have like so much iron. It should be fine. I know that you're angry at me, forester thing, because I reassigned your person. But don't worry, people will start aging up. It's gonna be all good. I am just super concerned about how long this stupid stone house is taking to build. Is it because there are no laborers to bring you the iron, so you have to bring it to your, like, there yourself? Like, what are you doing? Everybody focus on building this house. Just everybody focus on it. Thank you. That makes my soul happier now. I don't know what you guys were off doing, but hey, listen, we need a house. And the house is going up eventually. Eventually the house is going up. Look at that. Yay, people instantly move into it and they're gonna make babies. That's what we need. Alright, we have no building projects going, so we definitely want to correct that by unpausing this bridge. Probably unpausing this bridge. Why can't I click on this bridge? Close all the windows. Zoom in. I can't click on this bridge. Normally I feel like there's like a little line where the bridge is, but I cannot seem to. There we go. There we go. The bridge is now going to be building. Sort of. They're gonna have to run way over there, so I imagine that they're gonna take their sweet time with it. Look at that, guys. We're getting so much food stored. I'm feeling so much better about it now. I'm like, alright, we have like 1,000 food on hand. And it's late spring, so the winter is like when you produce the least amount of food. Now that you have a full staff, are you producing? Yes, you're producing what I'm expecting you to produce. Oh my gosh, okay. Yay! The key to having enough food is having a full staff. Finally they had a kid, they took forever. Not really. I think it was like 1 season, and then ta-da! Child. Alright. The corn is brewing, the corn is brewing, the corn is growing, the builders are building a bridge way off in, you know, the corner over here. I don't even know where the bridge is. I'm not gonna try to click on it again. I'm just gonna let them do their thing. Here. There it is. You can see it. Bridge. We'll pin it. So we can watch it take forever to build. We have 0 laborers, so we have nobody like really collecting resources right now, which is only a problem in as much that we don't have a lot of stone. But the thing that we're currently building doesn't take a lot of stone, so it should be okay. And then the kids are gonna start growing up and everything will be great. Did you just have another kid too? No, you didn't. Somebody else had another kid. Yay! We have 11 children. That makes me happy. I like to have at least 10. I feel like if you have less than 10 children, your village is definitely going to die out. Okay, so we had everything planned. What are you complaining to me about? I knew it! Alright, hold on. Unpause this. Unfortunately, we're going to have to make this the priority over the bridge. It does store a lot of things, so it's important that, you know, we can get that built. I guess it would also help if, like, we'll just unpause that too. Everybody can just build whatever they want, whenever they want, as long as, you know, we're getting stuff done. This produced way more corn this time. I'm very happy. It has nowhere to go though, so I'm less happy about that. I know. Gosh, we're gonna get there. I swear we're gonna get there. Oh, 2 people aged up. That's great. I will definitely assign one of them to be a vendor as soon as this is done building, it's building really fast, so that's good. And once this is open, we'll have more storage in this barn because this thing stores a ton of goods. Wow, we already have 300 tools. That makes me so happy. I'm just like, build tools! Build more tools, blacksmith! Yay! Alright, so we'll assign a vendor. And they will get going on moving a bunch of stuff around. Then I'm going to go ahead and increase the priority on building that. The storage barn, because that will also give us extra storage, and then hopefully I won't have to worry about it for a while. I'm gonna put a road in right here to here and apparently around the corner because I can. So the corn's just hanging out here because it, you know, it doesn't have anywhere to go, but we produced a lot of corn this season. Nobody's going hungry. Look how much food we've got. That is amazing. Now I just need people to do things. I need kids to age up and all of that good stuff. So houses aren't gonna fit in there. And we don't want to build south of that, so we can put a house here, and then we'll call this southerly line built out. Apparently our tailor's like, hey, you don't need any more clothes, and I'm like, oh, actually we do, because just keep making clothes until you can't make clothes anymore. We will definitely sell excess clothes once the help me out here, once the the trader is built. Alright. I'm feeling like we're going places now. Oh my gosh. Okay. So the storage barn is built. That food should make its way one way or another to where it needs to go. I'm going to assign one more vendor because that will help us move resources around pretty quickly. We have 4 building jobs running, but hey, you know. Let's set here. So this is producing enough food for 10 people. And this is producing this is producing enough food for 7 people. This is producing enough food for 20 people. So we have enough food production for 37 people, and we only have 28 people, so that's great. It's a good spot to be in. So I think once that house is built, we'll let our population even out a little bit. In terms of not building too many more houses, I don't want to overcome our food production. If we do that, we'll be in a tough spot. I don't know why this house is building like so slowly or just like not at all. Are we working on the bridge instead? Looks like we're working on the bridge instead. Alright, I accept it. The market is 56% full. It's kind of got a bit of everything. That's good to hear. How are we on firewood? We're good on firewood. When the bridge is built, we will get the trader going. Oh, I meant to flag, since we have this bridge here now. Everything on this island can go. All of it. Take all of the things. Oh, alright. I'm gonna assign a forester. I'm gonna assign 2 foresters. I'd forgotten that we had reassigned them. So we'll assign 2 foresters. That leaves us 2 laborers available. The laborers will replace people when they die too. Not that I'm like thinking that we have anyone who's on the verge of dying, but just in case. Yeah, so our blacksmith is still educated, which is great. I think when they get to the point that they're not educated anymore, that's when we're gonna run into trouble. We're also nearing the like 500 tool limit that I set, so we'll store 800 tools. That seems like a lot of tools. I have no idea how many people, like how many tools you go through in a year per person, so I have no idea. Alright, we're gonna need a quarry as well as a mine at some point. So let's see, where can we stick the mine? It's kind of out of the way. That's perfect, actually. And I'll stick the quarry. That's right near there if I can. That one little spot. Ha! Ha ha ha! Okay, obviously I don't need those right this second. I'm just kind of placing them down. I'm gonna need a hospital. Where should we stick the hospital? Just like over here, out of the way. Let's do that, yeah. Hospital? Where are you, hospital? Hospital! Hospital! There. That's where the hospital goes. It's off and just all by itself. Does mean that like people over here who get sick have to like walk all the way through town to get there though. So that might not be like the best decision I've ever made. Yeah, let's not do that. Hospital. Hospital? Hospital. The hospital is obviously going to go next to the tailor's hut. Okay, pardon that interruption. What were we doing? We placed the hospital down. I think we're just kind of waiting. We're waiting for the bridge to be built in this little stone house over here. Placed down our quarry and our mine. What else do we need? Well, we need wells. I'll stick a well right here. Pause that because I don't need it right this second. Connect these so that that well can be used over here in the event of a fire. Let's see, what else do we need? Storage is good. We're gonna need a church. You're right. You're right. Let's build a church. Let's pause the church because churches are very expensive. Let's build a graveyard next to the church. I mean, oh, no, pause. That was really not intentional. I don't really know what the best size for a graveyard is. I think that they have a best size, but I don't think it really matters for us. So we'll go ahead and that house is finally going up. Did we finish the bridge? Oh my gosh, we finished the bridge, guys! Alright, so that stone house is done. So we'll unpause the stone house first. And we'll unpause the trading post kind of at the same time. It should be fine. Probably. We'll keep these both up here so that I know what they're doing over there. Right, what were we doing? We're putting down a graveyard. So I think that we need a road that goes through here. So let's put in the road before I do silly things. Like... There we go. Look at that. Alright, so now we can put the graveyard in next to that. Graveyard. Just put this here and draw it as far forward as we can, so not very far. We'll pause that. It's not a very big graveyard, but you know what? It's good enough for now. And it's next to the church, just as graveyards should be. Alright, we are making more corn. I'm super concerned that this this field is gonna get polluted or sick or whatever it is that happens. And when that happens, then the whole field is like no good. You lose the whole produce, whatever. Alright, so we do have a bunch of people aging up, as I suspected we would. That's why I went ahead and increased our number of builders, so hopefully that will speed up what's going on over here. We are at... we are pretty much at the limit of what I said that we can handle in terms of what we can feed. And of course, now our food is low, so I'm going to go ahead and build another farm. And we will do it one over from the current farm that we've built here. And then we will increase the priority of this. And then I will definitely assign people to it immediately, and we'll get them growing wheat, which I think is our other crop. Farmers, 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 farmers. And so that's not gonna get, we're not gonna get a full crop out of it this year because it's already summer, but we should get something out of it, hopefully. Hopefully. Don't know for sure. Doesn't look like they're actually going to plant it. I guess we're just too late. So we may have some starvation, and that will be unfortunate. I need to pay more attention to our population setup here. So now that I have that going, that will buy me 10 more people, but what I definitely need to get going is another food grouping like this. So I will definitely... What are you complaining about? Oh, we have a limit on... Ugh, I'm sorry. Just like quadruple that, because obviously we have plenty of room for storing that. And move that up to 500. Alright. I want to kind of avoid putting too many hunting things in this area, because that's where all our farms are going to go and our animals and stuff. So let's actually just pop over here across the range. That's going to be kind of a hassle to build in, I think. Just because it's kind of far away, so that'll be okay. Well, what if we build one up here first? Yeah, what if we build one here, and then you have all of this area up here to grow into? And if we do one up here, then we can do another one down here, right? So... yeah. Right. There we go. It's a hunter's cabin. A gatherer's hut. And then we need houses to go with these, so... Wait, hold on. No, that is where you're... okay. Sure. We'll put a forester here as well. And another house. And now we need a road. Oop. And then it can go down here, just like this, right? Right? Yeah. Oh, I forgot to pause these. Pausing these. Sorry, we don't need those right now. Are you getting the traders thing going over here? My gosh, what is going on over here? Did we can we correct the priority set to these guys? Okay, thanks. See how that goes. And then we're gonna need to get this food node going. I feel like we should probably actually be focusing on the food problem first, honestly. That would be the smart thing to do, so let's go ahead and do that. Unpause this. Pause this actually, because there's not a lot of trees here, so unpause this and unpause this. And then increase the priority of this whole shebang. Hopefully we'll get that built real quick, and we'll have a food solution here. I'm expecting 1,000 wheat out of this, which is only enough food to feed 10 people. So 10, 10, 20. So that's 40 people plus these 7. It's just not a lot of people. Considering like we've got 36 and we can feed 47. We've got 36 people. I'm concerned, okay? Alrighty, so we got those going. Now, what I want to do then is, so we'll run farms straight up from there. I want to get some pastures built or like planned out so that when we get to the point that I can put animals in them, everything's good and already ready to go. I wonder if we should put our pastures on this little island here. I mean, the island doesn't have anything else going on, right? It should be okay. I'm not 100% sure. And this is taking so long to build. I think it's because it is so far away. And I'm just like, well, I didn't really have a choice but to build it, you know, forever and a day away. So in order to take resources to it, they have to like, it's not just take resources to it, it's also take resources from it. Like when they're removing stuff, they have to run all the way back over here to store it. And I'm like, oh, well, you know. Hunting cabin's doing well. Stone house is doing alright. I have like all of these menus open, just but excuse me with all my menu-ness. It's fine. This crop field, it looks like it's gonna do us some really good stuff. Yay! Our food does seem to be stabilizing too, that's great. Oh my gosh, we have 700 tools, guys. I am just now noticing that. Alright, so we're already pulling up our corn. Wonder if that just either grows faster or it's just because it's been grown so many times. Alright, let's see. Let's see how much resources that produces. Oh, the hunting cabin is built. Awesome. We're going to assign some more hunters. That leaves us really short on people. It's fine. The house is gonna get built, and then people are gonna, you know, have babies, and we'll get that number up. So we're at 37, and I think we can feed 47, so People. We can feed 47 people. Okay, go away hunting cabin. I'm very excited that you are populated now. Crop field. All is good. Yep. It's about where I expected it to be. How did this one do? Did we have a... That's an alright year. I think that the one of the risks of having uneducated people is that they don't like know crop rotations, so your fields usually have like a lower yield. I'm not 100% sure that that's true, but I think that might be a problem that we want to keep in mind. We have so many logs, which is good because one of the things that I run into is that I do have a problem getting enough logs when we're relying just on foresters. This house is taking a while to build. Oh, there we go. Oh, no, you need iron. Well, we're not short on iron. I mean, we have less of it than everything else because we're constantly building tools. But honestly, just stockpile a ton of tools. If we have a ton of tools stockpiled, then I super don't have to worry about having to buy them every 2 seconds. I mean, that will be a problem eventually, but, you know, eventually. An eventual problem is eventual. Alright. Everybody is freezing. I feel real bad about that. Can we just like run a road kind of like unobtrusively to this bridge? It's like the most like terrible path to the bridge possible, but it is a path to the bridge. It's very exciting. Yay! We have a path being built that runs to the bridge, and hopefully people won't freeze to death between there and here. That would be terrible. Oh, that house is built! Yay! Alright, now focus on building the trading post, please. Trading post, trading post, trading post. I'm looking for the setting to turn up the priority on the trading post. Yay. We'll see how that works out. The food problem is solved. That makes me very happy. I was extra concerned that we were going to be in a tough spot. But as you can see, food is solved. We have enough food. I think they're stored to feed our entire people for a year. If we needed to, let's not do that though. It's dangerous. 51%. Ooh, like, wow. We might have a storage problem on our hands here shortly. That could be a lot of fun. So I'm actually getting nervous about not having a well. So I mean, there's a well there, but we're gonna stick another one right here, and we're gonna increase the priority of it, because not having a well is like asking the game to decide that you need to have a fire, and we need to not have a fire. Because knowing my luck, it would be here, and the whole thing would burn down, and we would be in big trouble. Or it'd be here, and the whole thing would burn down, and we'd be in big trouble. So, I mean, I guess that's something to consider. Build well there, build well here. Still waiting on the trading post to build. Alright, what were we doing? We're gonna, like, plan out some pastures. I'm thinking we could put our pastures in here without too much concern, trouble, all of that good stuff. Okay, so in terms of crop or pasture sizes, everything except for the chickens is 20 by 20. Chickens are 20 by 18. So, pasture. Okay, that's not wide enough. Pasture. Also not wide enough. Pasture. There we go. So we'll build a 20 by 18. 20 by 18. So that's chickens. build a 20 by 20. 20 by 20. Yay! And then we'll build another 20 by 20 there. Yay! Sweet. Alright. And then of course you want to build houses around this so that the people who work, the herdsmen, have houses to live in. So build this one. They get waterfront property here, and it's just like they're so spoiled. The herdsmen. I mean, herdsmen and women. The herds people. What? The house does not want to build here because there's like a ridge or something. Okay. Oh, there's not a ridge. There's this thing. It's called the pasture that you just installed. Alright, so we're pausing all of that. I'm just putting it wherever feels dandy. We're definitely gonna need like an emergency like evacuation pasture. Which is like where you move the animals to when the pastures get infected. And that does happen. That's kind of inevitable. Hey, we're gonna up our builders if we can, since we have some people laying around. We have 800 tools now. Okay, alright, let's just up that to 1,000 and... Oh my gosh, the trading post is done. Alright, so we're gonna assign 2 traders. Maybe 3. We're gonna assign 3. Alright. What I want to do is I want a ton of firewood in here. Firewood is one of the most valuable things that you can put in your trading post because it sells super easily and it's like logs are cheap and you turn them into firewood and they sell great. Alright, so we will put some hide coats in here as well because we do have a lot more of them than we need. So I'll actually make that a nice little 40. We'll put 200 of kind of like every food that we have in here just in case we need to like make up the difference, but I don't usually like to sell food until like late in the game. Like you're always producing so much food that it's like, oh okay, well what's 200 food? Also, I definitely want herbs in here that are not on this list because I don't have an herbalist yet. Oh my gosh, guys, I do not have an herbalist yet. Don't want any tools in here because we're definitely not going to be selling any tools. Alright, that's amazing. Okay. They're assigned. And then we'll get this house. And we'll get one more house built here. Because obviously, you know, you can't only have one house over here if I'm gonna have 3 workers working there. Alright, so we can come down on the number of builders that we have. Well, or we could come up and then have them working on wells because, you know, I'm paranoid about the whole fire situation. So we'll unpause this well. This place will have a well now. So town has a well. This place has a well. Something is yelling at me. Iron. We're low on iron. Well, it's gonna happen eventually. I guess I could reduce the amount of tools that we're making. But then I'm like, oh, I would do that and then I would definitely regret it later in the game. Because I would be like, oh, but I could have made all of those tools in the beginning. Is my blacksmith educated? Oh, my blacksmith is not educated, so maybe we will go ahead and be like, don't work. Because we need the iron elsewhere. Alright, so we have our trading post going. We will eventually start being able to buy cattle and sheep and chickens, which will be really good because we want to get that livestock achievement. Also, we'll be able to buy tools and other resources that we need. We definitely want to get more seeds so that we can get some like berries, or not berries, like orchards going, so that we can have we can brew ale. Definitely need to get our town hall and our bunkhouse or our boarding house going too, so that we can get nomads. Those help grow your population very quickly. But I am going to end this episode here. For now, I feel like getting the trading post done was a really good, milestone. So here we are on our way to the Uneducated achievement. This will be a series of videos, so be sure to hit subscribe and the notification bell so that you can get notified when I upload the upcoming episodes in this series. Thank you so much for tuning in. I upload on Fridays and Tuesdays, so I hope to see you next time.